Yo, 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 what is up, my gladiator? Sam here, and I am back from Japan. I was sick, and I wasn't even able to talk at one point, but I'm better now, and I'm doing my 20K thank you video. It's long overdue. I apologize, but we're doing it now. We're on the way. What I did with my last one was I talked about how I got to this point on YouTube, and I played some Halo footage. With this one, I'd like to talk about what I think it takes to get even better and be a better YouTuber or at things in general. And I'm going to play some League of Legends footage because I think it can kind of relate to the subject. And I'm pretty good at this game. I'm not the best, but I'm getting pretty good. All right. So I'd like to start off my story with kind of the beginnings of what I think it takes to identify what it is that you want, a goal that you may have, and how to kind of start working for that. And, you know, you can relate this to YouTube or anything kind of in general. So I start my story with I had this job, and it wasn't a job I particularly liked or enjoyed, and it didn't work out for me. But I had to work as a cashier, and one of the job descriptions was I had to kind of sell this product to every person that came in and wanted to, you know, buy an item. I had to bring up this little pamphlet, and I would say, oh, you know, thank you for, you know, shopping here, and as a little thank you, we would like to offer you 4 free magazines. And statistically, there's a percentage of people that just can't say no to anything. And so statistically, out of 20 people, 3 people are going to probably say yes. And when they do, they get the subscription thing. And if they forget to cancel, then it charges them like a crap ton of money. And I get a percentage of that. So I'm kind of screwing people over. And I just wouldn't do it. I just couldn't bring myself to do it because I tried it. And people would just give you these horrible stares of like, oh my God, who the fuck is this guy trying to, you know, sell me some crap? And obviously I didn't like that. Felt terrible doing that to people. And I actually sold a couple, which made me feel even worse. So I wouldn't do that, and I wouldn't do a few other things. And it got to the point where they weren't calling me into work. And obviously I knew what was happening. So they rang me up and they asked me to come in for an evaluation. And I knew what was going to happen. I knew what that meant. So I come into work, and they, you know, explained to me all the great things I've been doing. I'm like, oh, okay. Now where's the bad part? And then they explained all the things that they didn't like that I wasn't doing. One of them was not selling their crappy product. So then they fired me. And I had been talking with my friend Einstein before about going to Japan, and for whatever reason, I was just compelled to tell these people, all right, thank you for the opportunity. You fired me, and now I'm going to go off and do something great. I'm going to go to Japan. I'm going to, you know, go work there. I'm going to work my ass off, and I'm going to make a bunch of money. And they were like, what? That's crazy. Good luck to you. And I just felt compelled to just tell somebody that, because I feel like announcing your goals or your ambitions kind of forces you to then now go after them, because you just kind of told everyone if you don't do it, you're gonna look like an idiot, right? And so I told them I'm gonna go do this great big thing. I'm gonna go to Japan. I'm gonna make a bunch of money. Obviously, I didn't have any money. I didn't know how I was going to get there, but I was definitely determined to figure out a way. I ended up getting a pretty sweet job as a graphic designer, working with my dad, and I made quite a lot of money, enough to go to Japan, and then also saving up and paying my way through college. And I think this kind of explains that. What I'm trying to get at is, if you have a goal, if you have an ambition, you need to announce it and then strive for it every day. Every day I woke up and I was hungry to work for this. And then I went to sleep satisfied with the work that I put in. I just kind of did that constantly every day. And I fought for it, right? And I didn't necessarily rely on other people getting me here. I had a friend who said that they would, help me sell avatars and blah, blah, blah. They didn't pull through. They didn't help me in the least. No help at all. And I had to kind of just do this on my own. And that's the kind of attitude that you have to have. And when you have that attitude where I'm just going to make this happen, I don't know how, but it's going to happen, and you're certain of yourself, then the universe kind of, I would say, opens up, and people consciously or subconsciously kind of want to help push you in that direction. And, eventually I got there because I got this really good job, and, a lot of little things kind of worked out for me, and I just kept fighting for it. And there were a lot of moments where it's like, no, you're not going to be able to do this, you won't be able to do that. And I still just barely made it happen. And you have to have a dream, and you have to just, like I said, go for it, because this is your goal, your ambition, and it's purely yours. No one else can have it. So you can't expect anyone to just kind of make you get there. You have to do it yourself. I get a lot of people on YouTube say, no, I want to be a big YouTuber. Be in my videos so that people will subscribe to me, or help me get there. I can't, or people say, oh, I can't be a big YouTuber because the only way you can do that is if someone else makes you a big YouTuber. And it's not true. You just have to want it bad enough. You just have to want these things. And I think League of Legends is a pretty good example of my next step, which is trial and error. Getting better, being delusional enough to think that you're going to be the greatest and the best, but then also having, the ability to be aware of how terrible you really are. And that's kind of the mindset you have to have with League of Legends. If you want to be better at the game, you have to work, very hard, and then be able to see all of your mistakes. When you die in the game, it's your fault. When you lose, it's your fault. You could have always done something better, and that relates to YouTube. If you're not getting the likes that you want, if you're not getting the subs that you want, that's your fault. You can be doing something better. You can be doing something different. You may not necessarily know right off the bat what that is, but you have to stop and think and understand why it is you're so bad right now, because eventually you'll be the best, but you have to understand now that you're complete garbage, okay? And that's what you have to kind of do with League of Legends. I see a lot of people who play the same amount of hours that I play and play the same games that I play, or in the same matches that I play, but aren't getting as good as I am. They're staying in the very low divisions, and I'm ranking up. And it's just purely because they don't have the mindset of I want to get better. It's just I want to blame other people for my problems, right? So you have to blame, everything on yourself. You're not successful because you didn't do something right. And you have to push for that. You gotta work for it. And that's just in general how life works. You want something, go out and get it. It's gonna be hard. There's gonna be a lot of obstacles in your way. I've had to deal with all kinds of, crap and BS, but that's just how life works. And if you're not working for a goal, then I don't really see much of a point, right? We're always going to struggle in life. You might as well be working for something. And once you have that big goal, a lot of people are going to say, oh, you can't do that. That's too crazy. A lot of people are going to make fun of you. A lot of people are going to kick you while you're down. And when that starts to happen, when people are telling you can't do it because it's too big of a dream, well, then you're on the right spot. You're on the right track because no one else is doing what you're doing. And everyone's saying that you can't do it. That's a good sign. I had a lot of people say, oh, you're not going to be able to do this. You're not going to be able to go to Japan. I still made it happen. Right? When people are telling you no, that means yes, you're doing something right. And that's just what I think it takes to be better at anything or better YouTuber. You have to be delusional enough to think that you're going to be the best but understanding enough that right now you're not. And eventually you'll get there. You just have to work for it every day. And here's a good line. Don't make a habit of waiting. If you want to be a YouTuber, if you want to do anything, do it right now. Start right this second. Don't wait for anything. Don't wait for the right camera, the right equipment, the right person to do this or that. It's never going to happen. The situation is most likely never going to be like this perfect situation for you to start. You just have to start. I mean, I started on a crappy laptop, worked my ass off, built a computer, and now I'm able to function fairly, okay, and I'm still having to buy new parts to, be able to film. And it's just there's never going to be that perfect moment for you to start. You just have to start now. You just have to want it bad enough to start now. So you want it, go after it and get it. It's yours. Being successful is not, for the lucky few chosen people in the world. Anyone can have success. You just have to want it bad enough. And that's what I think it takes. So to wrap this up, I'd like to thank, a lot of my friends who were there for me, a lot of my YouTuber friends. The first one, Unstoppable Luck, he's been a great friend. I think I've known him the longest, I don't know, three years, I think it's been. And him and I, we started very small on YouTube. He's obviously gotten very successful. So, congrats on his part. And he's just, he's always been there for me. He's always been very supportive of what I've been doing. He's just been a great friend. So thank you, Unstoppable Luck. Zycron, this guy, him and I started making videos together. He was the first one I'd do videos with, and he would edit my videos because I couldn't do it because I was on a laptop. So without Zycron, I wouldn't be where I am today. My friend Tristan, Rex X11, I believe. He helped me build this computer. He helped me get to where I am. Einstein, Tortoise, and then Crafted Movie, Grion and Salted have been some really, really good friends of mine, and they've helped me with a lot of things. Einstein as well, and Tortoise, I've always been doing videos with him, and I'm going to get him back to doing YouTube stuff because he's been kind of out of the loop for a while. I'm trying to get him back into it, and I'm going to make it happen. So, thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you guys for helping me get here, and I will get better at doing YouTube. I will get to the point where I can upload daily and quality content. That's what I'm going to strive for. You heard it here first, folks. All right, I'll catch you guys later.